Good morning, it's MJ, and this is a general reading for the collective using the Wise Dog for September 24th. And I hope everyone had a beautiful first day of fall yesterday. Let's see what these puppies bring to us today. The first card I'm going to pull is our current situation. What's going on? What energy are we surrounded by today? What can we tap into? Or in some cases, what do we have going on that is impacting our decisions that we don't even realize? What energy are we dealing with? So we start off with the Two of Cups, and these puppies are just having a great time playing together. They work together. There's a passion between them that comes from play. This is where they're engaging together in just pure joy. You can tell it's like they're just happy. And because of that, there is an interaction between them that sort of flows naturally. It's a connection that you have with somebody when you're in this state, that you're with somebody, you're enjoying their company. This does not necessarily need to be a romantic relationship. This could be a partnership where you're working with somebody and it's just ideas go back and forth and there's this give and take, and you're just rushing ahead, and there's a sense of strength that comes from this Two of Cups. And I have a little snake here, and the snake symbolizes temptation. So the temptation may be to for one of these pups to break free and take whatever this chew is that they're playing with, but they know that it won't be as much fun if they do that. All of a sudden that breaks down the relationship. So when you work together with somebody, this is where you're going to charge ahead. This is where you'll have a clear vision for the future. This is where things just naturally flow. And, you have to kind of keep that temptation, in its place, because your ideas and how you relate to one another is far more important than trying to go it alone. So this is a relationship, if you think about like a karmic sort of bond, where you just naturally gel with somebody. It's almost like you're fused, And so that's the energy that we're working with here. And this brings us to the energy that we're attracting, that we're calling upon as a result of this. Then we'll see how this story unfolds. And so we have this Page of Wands, which is very fiery. So I made this card. My thought was like a hot summer day with the flowers that are really they're almost dry, when they're out in the field. And it's just because it's a tinderbox waiting to happen. That's the vibe here that we have, thanks to this relationship. Whatever this is, it's creating a passion, a force of nature almost. Like you can almost feel like the heat coming off of this Page of Wands, in that it just takes a spark. A single spark will ignite everything. So this is the energy that we're working with, in that you have a relationship that's available to you, or if you know somebody who you work well together. This may be a coworker who just naturally you're drawn to this person, and maybe somebody who it's like you know, it's not just a friendship. It's like somebody who you're like, oh, well, I can trust them wholeheartedly, and I can bounce ideas off of them, and they can bounce ideas off of me, and there's no worry about how you're going to appear. You know, it's like you allow yourself to become vulnerable, and in that being vulnerable, that's where these ideas begin to form, or you get to express yourself, a little bit more broadly, and because of that, something is going to click and it's going to create a spark, and this spark is going to create a fire of like, in a good way. It's going to create a passion for something, or just a new creative idea that will come from this time of working with a close friend or a business partner or a relation. I mean, this could be a relationship, but really the way I see the Two of Cups here is more of a friendship that, like an example of this would be like, you go out to have drinks or dinner with a friend, and you're talking about an idea and you just throw it out there because you don't care what this person, thinks, because, I mean, you do care, but it's not like your guard isn't up with this person, so you allow yourself to be more free. And because of that, then all of a sudden things start going back and forth, and it's like ideas begin to flourish, and this energy of the Page of Wands comes in because you've created it from being so excited about something, about working with somebody. And this Page of Wands extends that creativity even further. It creates more potential, and it really puts that fire in your belly. So let's see what we have for the advice card. And so the Knight of Swords here comes up, and this is where you're just really driven. But it comes with a warning. I see, there is a warning here in that, yes, you have this idea, you're focused, there's a lot of fire going on. The Knight of Swords, you can see he's cutting through the water as he's walking, or she rather is walking through the storm. She's going through, and again, with this deck, this is Zara, and this is a female shepherd mix, and she is a knight. And so for the wise dog, I did not try to keep gender, an issue, with the exception of the Queen and King cards. So knights and pages are whatever when I looked at the animal, whatever energy this puppy was sending to me, that's where they went. So anyway, with this Knight of Swords here, you can see she's cutting through, and this water represents emotions. So you can see she's not really too careful. She's just sort of dragging that sword across the emotions, which makes me think that in this passion, in this idea here, and she's about to step on this little crab, there is a warning to not let your desire for whatever it is that you're working on, whatever new project, new plan, new idea that you have, that you're bouncing off, your friend here, don't become so one-sided or, so focused on the end that you jeopardize your relationship. And so that's the vibe I'm getting with this one, is that, yes, be passionate, be excited about it, have a clear picture for where you're going, and have this drive and determination that, that will get this plan, out into the world. However, when you're doing that, remember that there are those around you who you love, and you want to, maintain these relationships. So when you're focused on your goal, just pay attention to how you react and how you talk with people. Because you may have like an idea for how something should go, and it's fine, that's legitimate. But I can say there's never there's never a reason to be mean or rude or short or unkind to somebody who, generally you shouldn't never be those things anyway, but especially to those who you really value in your life, We all have our bad moments. Oh, Lord knows, as a parent, right? We all have these moments where we snap. But right here, this is just a warning. This is coming in saying, hey, maintain your relationships, because that's where your fire comes from. That's where the spark of creativity comes from. It's like this is where that eagerness to get out there and show your ideas comes from. So be careful with how you communicate, because your words may cut like a knife. They may, trample other people's emotions. And those are the people who, you enjoy spending time with, or you value their relationship or their friendship. So, and it's because of this relationship that you have that fire to begin with. So the vibe here again is, this wonderful time of just getting something new and exciting out there and sharing this experience with somebody who you really do admire and you love, or, it's like you connect with on a deeper, more profound way. And so because of that, there is that call, like, yes, get your focus clear, know where you're going, have a picture in your mind of what the next, year should look like. But if this person who you're working with brings in an idea that doesn't fit with that vision, be cautious of how you articulate that right now, because you don't want anything that may disrupt this relationship. Because this is such a wonderful relationship. So many good things are going to come out of it. And so that's why I feel like these dogs are bringing that warning, because we all have our moments. Oh my God. Some of us are a bit more sharp-tongued than others, but we all have our days, And just remember, like, your view, your how you perceive the world is how you perceive the world. Your experiences are yours. Other people have other experiences, and there's not one that's definitive, right? So again, this is about working with somebody else, sharing ideas, allowing for vulnerability, because when you do that, that's where the spark comes in, and that's where this creativity is really going to blossom. So don't let your ego or your expectations for how something will look jeopardize. Don't let that be the temptation that breaks this bond. So anyway, much love to you, peace, and I will check in with you tomorrow. Bye.